This year saw the regiment take another big step forward when we elected to compete one class higher than we did last year. Competing in the prestigious AA division, we continued our winning ways. The band and color guard compiled 4 first place awards, 4 second place, 1 third, and 3 fourth place awards in competitions. I was extremely pleased with their performance all year long. They had a lot to be proud of. We also took a step forward in field show design. We performed an opener, Rumble, which was very fast and had a lot of varied tempos that no one thought we'd be able to pull off, and let it suffice to say we did. The drill and music was even more difficult than in prior years, yet the product was the best ever. I heard that comment from many fellow band directors and judges who felt this is one of the best Kennedy bands they've ever seen, including the former band director of Kennedy High School, Mr. Hargis, which really did mean a lot to me. Certainly Jeff Lenning's solo in I Have a Love and the Heart Formation was a sentimental favorite of the show. And the closing production tonight was the ultimate in cool all the way. The highlight of the season came with the Savannah crew wrote this. Patty did right. This is my word.
And you're going to teach English?
Point of clarification, please. I am here to inform you this evening that due to some negotiations with the principal, I will not be teaching English. In fact, I'm going to teach guitar. Let me put it this way. We're going to start on guitars. Now, what they end up on. Anyway, back to the season. The highlight of the season came at the Savannah Field Tournament when, besides winning our division, we beat one of the largest open class bands, which is better known as Los Altos. Once we moved into the concert season, the Symphonic Band again established itself as one of the best in the district, receiving a superior rating at festival, including sight reading. Very proud of you guys. The jazz band smoked this year, as you're going to hear for yourself in a little while. Even though they missed the Fulton College Jazz Clinic this year, somebody forgot to enter it, unfortunately. They placed well. They placed well in the advanced division at all festivals. In April, we traveled up north to Cuesta College, where I feel we played the best set that we did all year. And Trout really did smoke. It's all right. The color guard, I felt, enjoyed one of the most successful fall competitive seasons ever. And after seeing, when you get your performance certificates, you read it and see if you don't agree with me. And after seeing the ability levels of the Guard at tryouts, I'm convinced that next year will be a banner year for them. We topped off the year with our traditional march down Main Street of the Magic Kingdom. Everyone had a blast as we relived the past. You missed the other one, by the way. Trout smoked. And I'm sure we were all very amused when Mr. Canstel, in fact, got laid at Disneyland. We all know that I'm referring to the lei that I wore around my neck that I got at the Tahitian Paris. Nothing like serious side from it, really serious. I really would like to thank what I feel is the finest instructional staff in Southern California and one of the hardest working booster clubs. I appreciate all your effort put forth by the parents to ensure our operations. Unless you work closely with the board or attend a lot of booster meetings, you have no idea how staggering the cost of running a program such as this is, but it's considerable. And it does give me a great deal of pleasure to be your director, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you. If I could have a couple of the student leaders, such as Jeff Fleming and Doug Ridley and Sharon Fyde and Wendy Mon up here, I think it'd make the next part go a lot easier. If you could come up, please, I'd appreciate it.
Put your spoon on, Wendy.
What did they do?
All right, Sharon.
Sharon Fyde. Who's that redhead?
Okay, what I'd like to do at this time, what I traditionally do and I would like to do right now, is hand out performance certificates to all of the students. Unfortunately, I did not proof them closely enough, and Mount Carmel field tournament was left off, and that really is unfortunate since the band and color guard placed first at both placed first at that event. So add that one in later. Okay, the first group of people I'm going to call up are going to be the freshmen. And if you can come up, please, they'll award you your certificate. The following people are freshmen: Angelique Ames, Mike On. Just come up with your names called, please. Sherilyn Bassett, Eric Curtis, Jason Denny, Lisa Dowd, Molly Gage, Rhonda Gardner, Aaron Gilhouse, Ann Hong, Tricia Hines, Karen Holcomb, Carolyn Idema, Sean Kelly, Ben Lee, Kim Mays, Heather Oak, Russell Anka, Holly Reed, Tammy Ridley, Mike Sayhagen, Michael Conan, Robert Toyas, Anna Viscarando, and Daniel Hume. So the freshman class, there's 25 of them. And they did a very good job.
No, Holly, you can't pass them out.
He's at my here.
She's going to come to the band.
Okay, next I'd like to do the sophomore class. Okay, the following people please come up: Deanne Brett, Jason Cordero, Nicole Foxram, Nico Derbatis, Michael Edelon, Doreen Eli, Janet Evans, Seth Gambetti, Rachel Guthrie, Chrissy Harbison, Troy Henricks, Tim Jones, Select Kim, Eric Lietzow, Michael Lietzow, Elizabeth Lutz, Chad Matsumoto, Matt Myers, Melissa Grossman, Joe Roscoe, Lori Provenzano, Jennifer Rickard, Renee Root, Gilbert Ruiz, Helen Shin, Brenda Sykes, Susanna Velasquez, and Doug Wolf, the sophomore class of the regiment. There's 27 of them. Okay, next I'd like to move on to the junior class. Okay. Following students: Misty Bernard, Christy Chambers, Danny Choi, Philip Cooper, Richard Davis, Christine Erickson, Scott Erickson, Julia First, Tammy Fuqua, Marcy Lucas, Kevin Herring, Jennifer Hofer, Wendy Vaughn, Doug Ridley, Lisa Ruiz, Priya Singh, Tina Walsh, and Tricia Warner. There's 18 in the junior class. Okay, next I'd like to move on to the seniors. People won't be with us next year, and we will greatly miss. This was my freshman class when I came, and I've grown very close to all of them. Jenny Ashkoff, Shannon Bouchard, Carolyn Davis, Denise Eli, Sharon Clyde, Jeff Grover, Heidi Heyer, Wendy Heyer, Jeff Lenning, Tracy McKinney, Daryl Keys, Mark Para, Todd Polis, Cheryl Rustin, and Sherry Jackson. 15 in the senior class. Okay, I'd like to thank this year's section leaders at this time and announce next year's. They worked very hard, so please recognize them at this time. I'll read all the names, and then if you can hold your applause till the end. Food section leader this year was Rachel Guthrie. Finance was Wendy and Heidi Heyer. Alto saxes, Trish Warner. Tenor saxes, Christy Chambers. Trumpets, Jeff Lenning. Trombones, Denise Eli. Basses, Scott Erickson. And percussion, Mark Para and Doug Ridley. Next year's section leaders will be the following individuals. On flute, Rachel Guthrie. Clarinets, Karen Holcomb. Alto saxes, again, Trish Warner. Tenor saxes, again, Christy Chambers. Trumpets, Kevin Herring. trombones, Eric and Mike, Lisa. And bassist Scott Erickson. And percussion, Mr. Doug Ridley. Okay, the band council for this year, I'd like to thank the following people. Band president this year was Doug Ridley. Vice president was Mark Para. Treasurer was Christine Erickson. Secretary was Christy Chambers. Okay, for next year, the band president will be Christine Erickson. And we've combined the secretary and treasury position into one position, and that will be held by Christy Chambers. The color guard president for next year is Tammy Fuqua. Secretary treasurer is Ann Hoff. And the historian is Priya Singh. Okay, at this time, I would like to I'd like to ask Roxanne Anderson to please join me up here for a minute. She's the current color guard instructor. We're going to give out the color guard leader awards and announce next year's leaders.
No.
Shut up.
This year's co-captain was Wendy Mon.
Try to scream.
And the captain this year was Sharon Fife. For next year will be Caroline Idema. Next year's captain is Wendy Mon.
At this time, I'd like to thank this year's drum major, Mr. Jeff Lenning, and ask him to come up, please. And the assistant drum major for this year was Doug Ridley. If they could both come up, please.
Hey, Jeff.
These majors never go with the microphone.
Okay, this year we had two fine participants for the competition to see who's going to be next year's drum major. And so what Ziggs decided to do is have an assistant and a drum major.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just go with the assistant drum major for next year, 1988 and 89 marching season. Troy Heinrichs. for next year, the drum major, the big man, Doug Ridley.
Okay, at this time I would like to thank some of the instructors. I know are here, some of them unfortunately are at rehearsal with the corps, but those that, whether they're here or not, I'd like to recognize them at this time. Hang on, I gotta get...
Remember who you are.
Okay. The new instructors for this year, first I'd like to recognize on the marching staff we added Mr. Ryan Turner. Also new to the regiment this year on the marching staff, Mr. Dan Eli. And the new color guard instructor, Roxanne Anderson. She can please come on. Now, the old instructors already have a plaque, so we give them a gift certificate for $10 to Tower Records. So that would be Mr. Richard King, who is going to write the drill next year and happens to be here. We also have one for our marching instructor, Mr. Big Ed Cobb. You notice he's wearing the staff attire. Good.
Oh, was that
There's a flat end.
Unfortunately, I know this next gentleman can't be with us this evening, but I certainly would like to thank Lloyd Gonzalez. And I'll give it to him later. And the instructor that I referred to that's at a rehearsal probably still is Mr. Eddie Drayton on percussion. He did a wonderful job. At this time, I'd like to thank whom I feel, without a doubt, is the hardest working member in the regiment, and that happens to be a parent, in my opinion. That is Mr. Carl Erickson. Double pen set, and it says, presented to Carl Erickson in appreciation of Shamrock Regiment 1987-88. And we all know how much he means to the group. Thank you very much. No program would be successful without a strong administrative support. And I would like to thank the following people. If they could please come up, we have something for each of them. They've all helped in their own ways throughout the year. That would be the principal, Dr. Stevenson. And one of the most supportive activities directors I've had since I've been at Kennedy, and that's Mr. Bob Nate. And we all know where we'd be without the help of the head of the business department, who on numerous occasions has come to our aid at drop of a hat anytime we needed the help, and that'd be Willie Van Hunting. I did have one more person that made this year very special for me, I'm not going to embarrass her by reading what the inscription on this plaque says, but let it suffice to say it thanks her in my own special way, and I'd like to thank Patty at this time. Ask Roxanne to please join me again because we're going to give the color guard award.
Oh, that's true.
Most improved flag for 1988 is Tricia Hines. Outstanding flag is Wendy Mon. Outstanding color guard member for 1988 is Sharon Fye.
And now I'd like to recognize what I feel is the most improved bandsman this year. This person plays one of the most difficult instruments in the band very, very well. Takes private lessons on that instrument. That's one of two instruments that this person plays. The other instrument, oftentimes I would see the slide moving and not hear anything coming out and wonder, gee, what is wrong? Is she playing the part or not? She is to the point now where she's holding down the part very well, thank you. And I'd like to recognize Elizabeth Left. We also give out awards for outstanding freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. I'll begin with the freshmen. You always hope you can get it down to one candidate, but I'll be honest with you, this year I was not able to in any of those categories, so there's going to be two in each. The outstanding freshman bandsman this year I felt were two people just heads and tails above everyone else in my estimation. That would be Karen Holcomb on clarinet and Holly Reed. The outstanding sophomores this year, I felt two individuals, again, excelled. And that would be Rachel Guthrie on flute and oboe, and Tim Jones on tenor. The outstanding juniors this year, I felt, again, two individuals. I'd like to recognize at this time Doug Ridley on percussion and Misty Bernard on flute. The outstanding seniors for this year, I felt two individuals excelled again in this area. That would be Wendy Heyer on clarinet and tenor sax, and Mark Parrott on percussion. That only needs 2 awards. That would be the Louis Armstrong Award for Outstanding Jazz Performance, which again I felt was garnered this year by Trish Warner. The John Philip Sousa Award, which is given to the outstanding member of the entire band, without question in my mind, is Mr. Jeff Lenning. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Erickson to give out some awards and announce some awards.
Let's hear it for Ziggy!
I've been trying to negotiate on the inscription here, but so far we haven't gotten it. I'd like to ask that all of the board members for the 1987-88 Board of Directors find their way to the front. In the meantime, Mr. Canstel, we have a couple of things we'd like to present to you while they're finding the way up to the front here. This is from the color guard.
Only 2? Where's the rest of them?
They're up there. Come on, Ted.
Well, you have to come up here too.
Come on, Patty. Get up here, Patty.
I'd like to thank the color guard for this. It's really cute. It says, when Irish eyes are smiling, they're up to something.
Richard, I'd like you to come up too.
All right. Now at least one of us will wear a winning team.
Yeah!
Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it.
I want to personally thank all the members of the regiment over the past few years. It's really been a joy. I can't tell you how many times I felt myself smiling. I can't tell you how many times I've enjoyed your laughter and your accomplishments. We've covered a lot of miles. We've gone a long distance. We've won a lot of awards. And I thank you for having the opportunity to share that with you. And I want to introduce, perhaps for the last time, the board that has helped to guide you this year. Harry Walsh started out in Ways and Means and was unable to continue with us, and I don't believe he's here this evening. Richard Lutz also began with us and had something else come up. I think most of you are aware what that is. He's now your trustee on the Anaheim Union High School District Board of Trustees. We allowed him to stand down from his position because we knew he'd be looking out for our best interest in that position. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have accepted his resignation. Howard Pease has served as our treasurer and has kept track of the myriad of details and all of the thousands and thousands of dollars. And I want to thank him very much for the very fine job that he's done. Carolyn Erickson has served as the parliamentarian, which means she gets to tell me when I'm wrong. She's also served as the head block parent and has been the head of the phone committee then, which has tried to assure that every family's had an opportunity to know all the vital facts on everything that we're doing. And I think in a few minutes she's going to want to give some recognition, acknowledgement of that. Roger and Georgia Clinkers have served as our co-vice presidents for the band. That includes the responsibility for all of the uniforms and probably a lot of duty on a number of other committees and cooking hot dogs and band burgers and a lot of other things. I want to thank them for that as well. Booster Burgers, yes. We also had co-vice presidents for the color guard. Phyllis Gay, I am sure, has calloused fingers from all of the sewing that she's done. All the flags, I think, have passed through her hands, although she's had some help. I know she's given her personal attention to just about everything that the color guard has had to do, and has also single-handedly put together the quilt we'll be giving away this evening. I'd like you to all thank Phyllis Gay. Patty Mon has also been an enthusiastic advocate for the color guard.
She's so quiet.
And I know she's really enjoyed being a color guard mom and hearing all the laughter and seeing all the smiles. And at the very end, we see a very hardworking gentleman. I still have an image in my own mind, and I think also maybe on videotape as well, of Rod Leetzow carrying the bass drum above his head as he moves it off the field at the end of the field show. Driven instruments for every activity we had. He drove up to Cuesta. He drove everywhere I think we went, and sometimes by himself. But I know when we got there, we all had a good time, and everybody was able to function smoothly because Rod took care of it. He's your president next year, and I know it'll be in able hands. I'd also like to thank Alice Roop, who served as our recording secretary. That means she's dutifully recorded how very late it was that some of the meetings ended, and I think she was responsible for the people bringing their sleeping bags to one of the meetings. She's not here tonight. I want to thank her for that, and I also want to thank her in absentia for the work that she did on a handbook that we'll be handing out next Tuesday evening. It's about 18 pages long. She did a really fine job. Mr. Canstel was amazed at how accurately she perceived the program. I again want to thank all of these people, and I want to thank you all for the opportunity. Thank you very much. Carolyn, you wanted to recognize your phone tree?
What?
I'd like to recognize the people who have served on my telephone committee this year, especially when I have to call them at the last minute to say I have to have a message out the next day. They've responded very faithfully, and I'd like them to come forward. First of all, Patty Moss. Molly, Lisa. Sally Reed. Linda Warner. Evie Evans. Lynn Heinrich is not here tonight, but I'd like her son to come forward and pick up her flower, please.
Don't give him the flower now, he might smoke it in the mouth.
There you are.
Darling Davis. Phyllis Gay.
The other way, Philip.
I understand April Ziegenbusch was unable to be here tonight. She has served as our hospitality chairman, has brought refreshments to our meetings. Is Seth here? Yeah. Come up, please.
Obviously, we'd be here all evening if we tried to thank in detail all the parents that have worked hard to make this program run smoothly. But one of those that has been reliable all the way through and worked the hardest is going to serve next year as the president. And I'd like at this time to introduce Rod Leetzow.
Would my board for 1988-89 please come forward? Barbara? Sally, come on. Up there, Frank.
Sally, the acclaimer.
Okay, at this time I would like to introduce my board for the coming year, to assist you in all the good things you wish to accomplish and have help for. On my right is one of my recording secretaries, or corresponding secretary, Carl Erickson. Next to Carl, one of my right-hand vice presidents, Carolyn Erickson. On my other hand, next to Carolyn is my other vice president, Sally Reed. The one who will keep us all honest in our finances, my treasurer, Barbara Jones. Keeping track of all of our meetings and writing good reports, my secretary, Patty Mott. Next, our co-vice presidents for color guard, in which will go on each arm also. I have two on each arm. Lydia Esperando. Jumping from vice presidents to ways and means. The greatest people we're going to have is ways and means. Donna Idema. Her husband Tom Idema. Next is Elaine Choi. Carl's right and left-hand person as corresponding secretaries, Phyllis Gay. I'm looking. I lost her. Okay, the other, my other vice president from Color Guard, Candy Bookway. Yeah. Okay, I won't do it. And then down at the end, another one of my hardworking people for Ways and Means, Pat Hines. And Pat's right-hand man, Roger Hines. Parliamentarian for this year is over here with the camera, taking all this in, Gene Ridley. And while we have all these people up here, it is tradition that has been passed down through the years that the incoming board recognize our outgoing president. My first idea to recognize Carl was I wanted a stripper. I was shot down. My next...
When is the vote? What board meeting was that?
My next choice was a large poster of the Maynard Ferguson concert. I didn't get to make it. But at this time, it gives me great pleasure to present to our past president, Carl Erickson, for the tremendous, wonderful job he did and all the hours he spent. Carl. We're going to make him open his gift first before anyone can go and sit down. Objection? Yeah.
As close as we get to.
Oh. with white paper in it.
White paper. Instructions.
Yeah.
A lot of white paper.
That's it. What do you mean?
Okay. Big hand, boys, big hand. I have one final comment to make. We're going to work very hard for you this next year. A little word to all of you who are remaining in the band, color guard and that. I will no longer be your nanny. I will be your future president. Thank you.
Who's gonna flip burgers? Who's gonna flip burgers? Who's gonna flip the burgers?
Okay, at this time, I'd like to thank, on behalf of the regiment, Kathy Grover for all their efforts in setting up the banquet. Apparently, she's not here right now. Is there anyone else that we'd be remiss in not thanking? Because I'm sorry, I'm not aware of who helped with the decorations.
Linnea Wright.
Linnea Wright? Anyone else? Whoever did, we certainly do appreciate it, and all the help with the door prizes. At this time, I'd like to, before we view the slideshow, I'd like to turn it over to Jenny Askoff, because apparently she has a word or two. Jenny. Correct?
Not Jenny.
Yeah, it looks like it's a whole troop of the pit. Okay, here comes the pit.
The pit.
The pits. Takes four to hold the paper. No, one holds the paper, the other one sits there.
Yeah, we're the leftovers. Save the best for last. Okay. We'd like to have the following people stand, please. Mr. Erickson, Mr. Wright, Mr. Litzo, Mr. Polis, Mr. and Mrs. Polis, sorry, Mr. Ruiz, and Mr. Clinkers, please.
You're all for the guys, huh?
Yeah, that's you. All of them, please.
Y'all have a date.
I don't know. I hope so.
We'd like to give a special thank you to all of you. You guys helped us tremendously with the pit equipment on and off the field, every competition, every football game. And we just want to take this opportunity to thank you all and all the help that's put in. We couldn't have done it without you. Every single morning you guys help us with the equipment. Next year they're cheating, they have a price to it. Thanks anyway.
Okay, the screen seems to be in the back, and if I could turn it over to Carolyn Davis at this time, I believe we're going to have a slideshow.